gonna say I'm filming you, film me, and you film. I'm filming you.
I'm filming you, film me.
Yeah. What the heck?
These claws are sharp, and those teeth are even sharper.
What's going on, beautiful people? GW family, I might add. I need to start saying that. What's up, GW family? Because we are a family. But I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in to yet another video. Listen, we've got merch on. I promise, here pretty soon, we are going to be getting this merch packed up and shipped out and put on some type of marketplace so that you guys can purchase it and we can truly become a locked-in family. But as you can tell by the title, in today's video, we are going to be unboxing a brand new monitor lizard. Now, I love monitor lizards. I have my black dragon, Jet, who you guys have grown to know very well, and we did an amazing 10 by 10 foot by 7 foot high enclosure for her.
All right, guys, before we go any further in this video, I want to preface something to you guys, especially with what might be portrayed on the internet. First things first is that I decide to share my life on the internet, and not a lot of people have the confidence, the mental stability, or even the means to be able to do so. These cameras that we have are expensive, and even learning how to edit, how to storytell, how to capture an audience is extremely difficult. But nonetheless, I decided to do this because it's fun, and I like to just be authentically real with you guys. So when it comes to me getting an animal, I have honestly had a lot of animals that I've cared for and have parted ways with. And there are some animals that I have that I've had since day one. And there's other animals that, you know, maybe today I was super interested in it. I work with it a little bit, and, you know, 4 months, 6 months to a year goes down the road, and, you know, something that, you know, now has piqued my interest again has made itself available. You know, say one person has something that I want and I've been super interested in it, and I have something that they want that I'm no longer interested in, and, you know, they say, hey, let's make a trade. Or I need to make some funds to get something that, you know, I'm now interested in and want to work with. And I know people like to say, you know, this is stressful on the animals when you get an animal and then, you know, 4, 5, 6 months down the road, you part ways with it to another person. Yes, I agree with that, but also no, I don't, because I never just give my animals away to people who I feel like are not worthy of the animal, or I never make a trade that I don't feel like in my heart is truly good. Whenever I'm parting ways with an animal, I truly do weigh out the options, and not so much when it comes to, you know, my personal needs or whatever, but more so, you know, for the animal's well-being. And here's where the content thing pops in. A lot of you guys do, and I've seen it, I've talked to a lot of you people in this community, in this reptile community, sharing the content that we do as content creators. We show you guys the raw, the real. Well, some of us do, myself included, show you the raw, the real, and the human side of this. And there's a lot of you guys out there who, again, would never post a video, don't care to post a video, but are doing the exact same things. It's just the fact that these videos are on Front Street, and so you can criticize, and it's not all of you guys, it's really just maybe like out of a handful is probably like 2 or 3 people out of all the positive comments, and people who are just know we're human. You know, everybody's human. There's some of you who just try to bash and just act like you are just so perfect, and it's like, cool, call out my flaws, I'm not hiding them, you know? Anywho, this is dragging on longer than it needs to be. All I'm saying is that every animal that I've gotten has came from goodwill, great will, and with the intentions of keeping it forever. But just like, you know, people who have zoos and whatnot, sometimes you might have something that you have as a pet, or, you know, it's on your display or whatever at your house or wherever you keep your animals. And, you know, 6 months down the road, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years down the road, you're like, hey, I just don't have this, you know, I still love this animal, but I would love to work with something different. And sometimes it saves you some money to either trade that animal or sell it off to someone who has that same burning passion and interest in that animal that you did when you first got it. And so, but with this lizard, I truly want to work with this thing long term, just like I have Jet. You guys know, with my black dragon, I talk about her all the time. I have no plans to ever let her go. And with this new lizard, I have no plans to let it go. But anyway, with all that rambling out of the way, let's get back to the video. We have a special guest on this video. Whew, hope you guys enjoy. We're here with Jay Thompson.
What's up, guys? How are you?
What's up? So
excited.
What's your take on Argus monitors?
So Argus monitors are awesome, especially because they don't get as big as some of the other giant monitor lizards. And on top of that, they are one of the only monitor lizards that tripod. So like they'll actually stand up on hind legs like a velociraptor, and you actually have them grab food from you. But on top of that, I don't remember the guy's channel, so I'm sorry in advance. But there's a dude, I think he's in Australia, if I'm not mistaken, that uses them to hunt like rodents and vermin and stuff like that.
I remember that. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So they're
His backyard.
Yeah. So they're super intelligent. They're very beautiful, and they just have the cutest little triangle head. So I'm psyched for you, man. You just got it?
Yes.
Oh, good luck with it, bro.
So one of my biggest fears with unboxing animals is just the whole stress the animal has to deal with and the unexpectancy to have an animal that's alive inside the box. It's a very stressful process for the animal as they can go through dehydration, especially during these warmer months, and they can be thrown around throughout the whole mailing process. So nonetheless, I was a little freaked out, but as you can see, the little booger is alive just with a little bit of poop in the bag, and that probably aroused from stress. So Argus monitors are native to Australia and New Guinea, and they thrive in harsh, hot environments where many animals struggle.
Now, a lot of people like to call these guys mini dinosaurs because of their high intelligence, their active personalities, and just being super powerful lizards. Now, I like to call all monitors, modern day dinosaurs. I mean, just look at that. That is just insane. Now, I really call this guy a dinosaur, a living dinosaur still in this day and age, because they look like little velociraptors. If you look up a velociraptor, look at that little bird-like head, and just, I don't know, it just reminds me of a velociraptor, which is what's going to be his name, Velo. Velo is short for velociraptor, V-E-L-O. If you guys enjoy that name, let me know down in the comments, but basically what I'm trying to do right now is, work with this guy. We've had him now for about 2 weeks, and I've pretty much allowed him to kind of, hang out, do his thing. We fed him about 4 or 5 days ago. I think about 4 days ago at this point, and we've allowed him to digest, bask, and just really do his thing. These guys are going to want a lot of heat, and so the basking spot needs to be up there at about 120 degrees so that the sun can, well, not the sun, but your hot spot can, help the lizard, digest its food, and so that it can be back out, waiting for more food. These guys are super food aggressive, and so you want to make sure that you are training this guy, especially at this size, if you do have an Argus monitor, training it at a young age to understand you versus food, because you don't want this thing associating you with food, because I've seen some nasty bite that I know you don't want to deal with. Another thing is these claws are super sharp. Claws out right there. See if you can get that in there. These claws are sharp, and those teeth are even sharper. So you don't want to take a bite from these guys, and you want to wear gloves if you can at all. I recommend bite gloves, or even like some garden gloves or something that you can wear that are thick proof, and you can pretty much stab it and you can't feel the puncture. But these guys are pretty strong, and at an adult size with a bad pair of garden gloves or bite gloves, you can definitely still probably feel the puncture. Now, when it comes to monitors in general, especially what I've learned about Argus monitors, they are highly intelligent. When you first get them, they can be a little defensive and flighty, as you can see with this guy here, but they learn their keepers. Like Jet, my black dragon, she knows when I walk in. She knows when Elaine walks in. Now, she was walking around the house the other day, actually last night, and we just got a new puppy, and so she's not used to that puppy, and so when she came around the corner and saw the puppy, she knows Rocky, my black dog, but this new dog, when Jet walked around the corner, she flared up because she was like, I've never seen you before. I've never smelled you before. So these guys are super intelligent. They know their keepers. They know their environment. And so you want to make sure that you're playing the game very nicely with these guys, because you want to make sure that, you're doing well by it, because it will remember literally everything. Now, unfortunately, this guy is a wild caught Argus monitor, and there's not a lot of these guys in captivity, where people are just breeding them. I think I saw a couple of people, but I got this from a buddy of mine named, I'm not gonna drop his name, but I got this guy from a buddy of mine who, and when I saw that he had it, I just had to hop on board with it. But right now what I'm trying to do, like I said, just work on socialization, work on touching. He's a little fidgety still, sensitive to touch. And so what we want to do is just kind of allow him to walk around and do his thing. I mean, check out how awesome this little booger is. Ah, man, he's so cool. And when it comes to socialization, you just want to do slow steps. Monitors will not socialize overnight, so it's going to be a long and steady process. Like right now, we're having, tongue flicking is a good sign. Slow movements. He's not trying to run off and do all the craziness. And so these are good threads of socialization right now. What are bad signs of socialization, bad threads of socialization is this guy huffing and puffing 24/7. This guy trying to run off 24/7 and just showing no signs of wanting to be around you at all. Now, he's super alert. Not saying that he's the happiest with me right now. Like I say, he's still, wanting to walk away and explore outside of me holding him. But, for the most part, reading the body language, he's not too worried about me. He's more so just trying to figure out the room and where he is. This is all new to him still. And especially with this guy being wild caught, I think he's doing an awesome job. Now, another thing that I love about these guys is the fact that they can tripod. Our friend Jay Thompson gave us a little bit of tips when it comes to, getting these guys to tripod on command.
Oh, good luck with it, bro. Start training the tripod right now. It'll be doing it the rest of its life.
1000%. 1000%. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you, man.
Yeah, of course, bro. I'm so glad that I got to finally meet you.
Yes.
You're the one that hooked us up with the St. Louis Aquarium tickets.
Yes, and you hooked me up with Mo.
Of course. Of course, dude. So I'm so glad to meet you. We will be coming by your place whenever it's ready for you guys, when you guys are ready to do it, and we'll film a whole video with you guys. So I'll be able to
do it, brother.
Nice to meet you.
Let's do it. Nice to meet you too, man. All right, to the mill. What's up, brother?
Guys? How are ya?
We're here at the reptile room.
Yep.
Reptile. Not quite open yet, but I want to know your take on the Argus monitor.
So this isn't specific to the Argus monitor, but it does apply to it. Monitors in general are super intelligent, and that's my favorite part about them, and that's why we gotta add them here. It's because you can train them. When you look at them, you can see that they're looking right back at you, right in the eye, and they are thinking what your next move is. And because of that, monitors are just simply amazing pets, and they can bring so much joy to the keeper. And I think if you can do it, I highly recommend it.
Definitely. And the feeding response is insane. Mo, thank you, brother.
Yep, thank you.
All right, folks, there you have it. New Argus monitor in our pets collection and here with the GW family. Again, this little booger's name is Bilo. And Bilo, man, I'm super excited to work with him. He's already eating for me very well. Super alert and super curious. Those are just three combinations that can make for a great socialization and ambassador animal for monitors in general for years to come. So, and like I mentioned earlier in the video, there's not a lot of these guys. So with all the monitors that I'm getting and have, I want to start doing breeding projects with them. And so that's going to be something to learn. Even if I don't breed them, I want to enjoy just working with them. Monitors are so intelligent, and it's like a reptile dog. And honestly, I'd rather have a lizard than a dog. Well, I'd rather have a monitor than a dog. But anywho, God loves you so do I. Spread love, not hate. And I'll see you guys in the next one.